Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astottara Satashvi Shri His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Narayanam namaskrityam naram cheva narotamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayat. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 15, Text number 3. So we'll do the word Rishaya Uchu Esha Vishnur Bhagavata Kala Bhuvana Phalini Iyam Cha Lakshmiya Sambhuti Purushasya Anapaya Purushasya Anapayani Rishaya Uchu Esha Vishnu Bhagavata Kala Bhuvana Phalini Iyam Cha Lakshmiya Sambhuti Purushasya Anapayini Rishaya Uchu Esha Vishnur Bhagavataha Kala Bhuvana Phalini Iyam cha Lakshmaya Sambhuti Purushasya Nayapayini Rishaya Uchu Esha Vishnu Bhagavataha Kala Bhuvana Phalini Iyam cha Lakshmaya Sambhutir Purushasya Napayini Rishaya Uchu Esha Vishnur Bhagavataha Kala Bhuvana Phalini Iyam cha Lakshmiya Sambhutir Purushasya Napayini. Try. Rishaya. Yeah. Okay. A word for word translation. So we are in Canto 4, Chapter 15, text number 3. Rishaya Uchu, the sages said, Esha, this male, Vishnu, of Lord Vishnu, Bhagavataha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kala, expansion, Bhuvana, Phalini, who maintains the world, Iyam, this female, Cha, also, Lakshmiya, of the goddess of fortune, Sambhutihi, expansion, Purushasya, of the Lord, Anapayini, inseparable. Translation. The great sages said, the male is a plenary expansion of the power of Lord Vishnu, who maintains the entire universe, and the female is a plenary expansion of the goddess of fortune, who is never separated from the Lord. Please repeat. The great sages said, the male is a plenary expansion of the power of Lord Vishnu, who maintains the entire universe, and the female is a plenary expansion of the goddess of fortune, who is never separated from the Lord. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The significance of the goddess of fortunes never being separated from the Lord is clearly mentioned herein. People in the material world are very fond of the goddess of fortune, and they want her favor in the form of riches. They should know, however, that the goddess of fortune is inseparable from Lord Vishnu. Materialists should understand that the goddess of fortune should be worshipped along with Lord Vishnu and should not be regarded separately. Materialists seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune must worship Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi together to maintain material opulence. If a materialistic follows the policy of Ravana, who wanted to separate Sita from Lord Ramachandra, the process of separation will vanquish him. Those who are very rich and have taken favor of the goddess of fortune in this world must engage their money in the service of the Lord. In this way they can continue in their opulent position without disturbance. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Ulmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sahagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Satadevi Pranamami Hari Priye. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatharini Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pabhinebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Hari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Translation. The great sages said, the male is a plenary expansion of the power of Lord Vishnu, who maintains the entire universe, and the female is a plenary expansion of the goddess of fortune, who is never separated from the Lord. This is a continuation from the previous chapter, and we see by the churning of the body of King Vena resulted in a male person taking birth and a female. And here we get explanation that the male and female are plenary expansions or the expansions of the power of Vishnu, known as Avesh or Shakti Avesh avatars. And Prabhupada is writing in his purport, and especially in terms here we see that they are expansions or Shakti Avesh avatars of Lord Vishnu and the goddess of fortune Lakshmi. Prabhupada writes, the significance of the goddess of fortunes never being separated from the Lord is clearly mentioned herein. People in the material world are very fond of the goddess of fortune, and they want a favor in the form of riches. And especially those who have some connection with the Vedic culture. Or nowadays it has become known as the Hindu culture. And it's become very materialistic, because people are simply engrossed in sense gratification, and that results in a hard struggle for existence, because you have to maintain a very high level or whatever level of sense gratification there is. You have to pay, and just like one expansion after another, and you're just engrossed in this cycle of entanglement. You'll see how difficult it is, and every day the cost of living is going up. There's always threat of unemployment. Even if you have the best education, degrees, PhDs or whatever, there's always the threat of unemployment. And therefore, everyone is, especially those who are following within the Vedic tradition, they approach Lakshmi for this opulences or riches, so they can maintain their levels of sense gratification, and in many cases they want to increase those levels of sense gratification. But Prabhupada is saying, and the example is given here, that Lakshmi, or the goddess of fortune, cannot be separated from Lord Vishnu. And we see that in our prayer, in our chant, Hare Krishna. Hare is addressing the female aspect. Hare is addressing Radharani, Lakshmi and Sita, all the same person. And we always chanting Hare first. Hare Krishna, and then Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the goddess, in one probably understanding, is that if we worship Lakshmi alone, then she turns into Durga Devi. And she is the mother of this material creation. And she is she maintains this prison house. She keeps us in this prison house. So that is the danger of worshipping or approaching Lakshmi separately from Lord Krishna, is that we'll remain in this prison house. And therefore we should always worship Radha, Krishna, Sita, Ram, and in this case Lakshmi and Vishnu, or Lakshmi Narayan, always together. And that's in this way Shrimati Radharani or Hare or Lakshmi will help us to get out of this entanglement in the material world. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai, Giriraj Govardhan ki jai, Gaur Hari ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Also you will find that when people are in this mood of enjoying, as Prabhupada says, the materialists, they take very seriously to the worship of the demigods. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that I make the demigods powerful enough that they can award benedictions to their devotees. But ultimately, whatever benedictions the demigods give to their devotees is ultimately coming from me, Krishna says. So, demigod worship is very, very prominent because of this strong tendency to enjoy this material world. And at one point, Srila Prabhupada mentioned, when he was in India, Prabhupada said that I am the only person who is preaching against demigod worship. Because in India it is very big, because everyone just wants Lakshmi, Lakshmi, money, 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 money. And they know about the goddess of fortune, they know about the different demigods, and they worship these personalities for material gain, for material benefit. And therefore Prabhupada said, I'm the only one who is preaching against demigod worship. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, one who worships the demigods, one who worships the forefathers, one who worships the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, one who worships the forefathers go to the planets of the forefathers, one who worships ghosts and spirits, they go to such planets, and one who worships me, Krishna, comes to my abode. That means there is a different destination for the worshippers of different demigods. There's an ultimate destination for those who are Krishna devotees. So those who read Bhagavad Gita will understand that why is Krishna saying this? Because there is a difference, because there is a different destination. But the eternal destination is the planet of Lord Krishna. So everyone within this material world is enamored by this material energy, and they simply find it difficult to give up their illicit desires to enjoy this world. And to enjoy this world means very hard work. You have to work to maintain everything. And if you fail, then your whole relationship fails, because it ultimately comes down on how those you are interacting with, your own family, so close to you, they will reject you. At one point, Prabhupada quotes a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, where it is said that when Krishna is specifically inclined to a specific devotee, he takes away all that person's material opulence. And then those who are close to him reject him. See? So this devotee is only left with Krishna. This is Krishna's favor. So when you put into poverty, into these situations, we must look at it this way. This is Krishna's arrangement for me to become closer to him. Is make it easy for me to become detached. Because those who are close to you actually reject you. You don't have to detach yourself from them. So when this wretched fellow, as the verse says, everyone rejects him, then he fully surrenders unto Krishna. And Prabhupada went through this himself. Srila Prabhupada at one point, to take the order or the instruction of his guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, seriously, he decided to increase his business. Srila Prabhupada, as a grihasta, he was a pharmacist, and he should produce his own medical different items he would produce, and he wanted to go he started a factory, I think in Lucknow, India, and he was doing very well. But the main idea why Prabhupada started his business is because he wanted the Lakshmi, the opulence, to spread Krishna consciousness. But then you found his factory was burgled by the people that worked for him, and then eventually he had to close the business and all those things, and then he took it, and then he remembered that verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. When Krishna is specifically inclined to a devotee, he takes away all those opulences, and then he is rejected by those who are close to him, and then he fully surrenders unto Krishna. So demigod worship in India is very big, but in practically most of the cases, people who approach the demigods for their own sense gratification. So Prabhupada continues in this verse. Materialists should understand that the goddess of fortune should be worshipped along with Lord Vishnu and should not be regarded separately. Materialists seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune must worship Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi together to maintain material opulence. This one sentence is so clear, so simple. All we have to do is follow it. Prabhupada is saying, materialists seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune must worship Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi together to maintain material opulence. So generally we all looked upon as materialists, especially Grihastha devotees, and because we'll have to work, but here's the secret of success. Worship Lakshmi and Vishnu together. That means Lakshmi Narayan, Sita Ram, Radha Krishna. To maintain material opulence. Prabhupada continues, if a materialistic follows the policy of Ravana, who wanted to separate Sita from Lord Ramachandra, the process of separation will vanquish him. Again, Prabhupada gives us a warning what we should not do. Because if we separate Lakshmi from Vishnu or Narayan or Radha from Krishna or Sita from Ram, then Prabhupada is saying, the process of separation will vanquish him. This is how we will be destroyed, just like Ravana was destroyed. Prabhupada continues, those who are very rich and have taken favor of the goddess of fortune in this world must engage their money in the service of the Lord. In this way they can continue in their opulent position without disturbance. There's another secret. If you have Lakshmi, engage it in Krishna's service. Then Prabhupada is saying, in this way they can continue their opulent position without disturbance. Means if you offer donations to Krishna, Krishna's service, to Krishna's devotees, then you do not lose anything. Prabhupada is saying, in this way they can continue in their opulent position without disturbance. This purport is so wonderful. We get all directions from here. We simply try to follow what Prabhupada is saying. So let's, in this aspect of Prabhupada is saying, those who are very rich and have taken favor of the goddess of fortune in this world must engage the money in the service of the Lord. So also there's a very nice purport from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Prabhupada further explains, it's in connection with the pastimes of Bali Maharaj. Where he was instructed by his guru, Sukracharya, not to give donations to Lord Vamanadev, who appeared as a beggar. And in this way, Bali Maharaj, he rejected the advice of his guru, and then he offered everything to the Lord. So Prabhupada gives a very nice purport, very instructive purport. Let's find it. So there's Srimad Bhagavatam, try and find this. Sorry. It's from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 19, verse 41. Prabhupada writes in this purport, Canto 8, Oh, well, one second. Chapter 19, Canto 8, Chapter 19, verse 41. Prabhupada is writing in the purport, the tendency of modern civilization is to give money in charity. Such charity has no spiritual value because we actually see that although there are so many hospitals and other foundations and institutions for the poor, according to the three modes of material nature, a class of men, according to the three modes of material nature, a class of poor men is always destined to continue. Even though there are so many charitable institutions, poverty has not been driven from human society. Such, again, Prabhupada is so clear and to the point. And he's simply saying that there will always be a class of poor men in this world. And people are accustomed to giving charity to such organizations, but we see that still there is poor people. And so it's because of our destiny, of our karma, that there will always be poor people. And we should not pity them, we should try and help them. We should try and help them more to raise their consciousness. You feed a poor man without giving him spiritual knowledge, what does he do with the strength that he gets? He looks for sense gratification, how to enjoy the body. You take breakfast, lunch, then you engaged in service, isn't it? But someone out there, a poor person, what do? They have that energy now, you feed them, and they don't think I'm now trying to engage in devotional service to Lord Krishna. They look for sense gratification, and this causes more problems. They entangle themselves more, it causes problems for the government. So many welfare departments come up. It's because of the illicit activities. So when you feed a poor person, you'll have to give him spiritual knowledge. Whether he takes it or not, it's up to him, but that is our duty as devotees or followers in ISKCON or Hare Krishna movement, that we should always try to give spiritual knowledge so people can act on that. And you'll find in the second paragraph of this purport, Prabhupada gives wonderful instruction. The best solution is that of the Krishna consciousness movement. This movement is always kind to the poor, not only because it feeds them, but also because it gives them enlightenment by teaching them how to become Krishna conscious. We are therefore opening hundreds and thousands of centers for those who are poor, both in money and in knowledge, to enlighten them in Krishna consciousness and reform their character by teaching them how to avoid illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating and gambling, which are the most sinful activities and which cause people to suffer. Life after life. Such a direct, powerful statement by Prabhupada. Now you wonder why people suffer. In this, what Prabhupada is saying is so correct. The best way to use money, is to open such a center where all may come to live and reform their character happily and save time for advancement in Krishna consciousness. They may live very comfortably, avoid denial of any of the bodily necessities, and they live under spiritual control. And thus they live happily and save time for the advancement in Krishna consciousness. If one has money, it should not be squandered away on nothing. It should be used to push forward the Krishna consciousness movement so that all human society will become happy, prosperous, hopeful of being promoted back home, back to Godhead. Such powerful statements, direct instructions of Prabhupada. So the only hope is this Hare Krishna movement. And Prabhupada is clearly giving the essence in these few lines. Why should we? Why, if one has money, it should not be squandered away on nothing. What is Prabhupada saying? This sense gratification is nothing. Because that is what people use their money for. Hard struggle for existence, kar sati. We all grappling to control the senses, and we become shackled in iron chains because of this. And it's hard to break out of. It's very difficult. It's a deep, deep struggle. You'll get beaten by your partner. It's very difficult. And Prabhupada is given the solution. The best solution is the Krishna consciousness movement. So this is a wonderful instruction by Prabhupada. And then he's saying here at the end of the purport, for those who are very rich and have taken favor of the goddess of fortune in this world, must engage their money in the service of the Lord. In this way they can continue their opulent position without disturbance. We will never lose anything when we give to Krishna. And donating or giving to Krishna doesn't mean we must only come to the temple and give donation. Whatever situation you're in, family life, you must take care of yourself. You must take care of those that are dependent on you. Then when everyone is satisfied or close to you, then you'll be peaceful and happy. See? And this way you'll be able to maintain your opulence. When you become disturbed, I remember when I used to work, and I worked directly under the owner of the business. And at that time, he had a fax machine at home. And sometimes he remembered something at night, he would immediately write out and send a fax. So we come in the morning and there's so many faxes from him. And we look at the time that he sent the fax. 11:30 at night, 1 o'clock at night. And sometimes the guys would say, hey, this guy is not sleeping at night. He's only thinking of his money and what we did wrong and how to fix it and things like that. So and he is a multi-millionaire. But he's a very hard-working person. He built the company himself. He expanded it throughout South Africa. He would go Cape Town, Johannesburg, and see everything's going okay. So, but by his hard work, he became, extremely wealthy. But he couldn't sleep at night. Maybe over weekends or something we wouldn't see. But during the week, practically every morning we see the fax machine, 2 or 3 faxes, and we look at the time. Oh, this guy is not sleeping at night. And so this is how people become entangled in this world. Even if they have everything, they're never satisfied. They're always in anxiety. Who's going to steal my money? All these things. So the best, as Prabhupada is saying, is give to Krishna. You'll have this peace of mind. And Prabhupada is saying, in this way one can continue in the opulent position without disturbance. Hare Krishna. So, we'll stop there. You have any comments? Anything you'd like to add on? Okay. Yeah. So you will share in what he uses that money for. There's some, not total karma, but there's some reaction because you're actually becoming an accomplice or you're sharing in his activity after you hand over that Lakshmi. What he does, buys cigarettes, buys alcohol, buys meat or whatever the case is. So best, we can do prasadam distribution, get involved in that way. So we can go to these very poor people and we can give them at least 1 meal a day or something. And then you're giving them not only food, but you give them prasadam, you give them Krishna's mercy. So it is to their eternal benefit. Sometimes people will not want to hear your philosophy. This prasadam is like the hidden weapon. See? So they will eternally benefit. Sometimes you're in a position, someone comes and grabs you, like in India, sometimes you'll see the beggars, they'll see you're a foreigner, they'll come and grab you. So you force sometimes to give Lakshmi or donate in those ways. It's just like circumstantial. But if you're going to donate in an organized way, ultimately, even if you give someone a donation in the form of money, you offer that Lakshmi to Krishna first, within your mind. Dear Lord Krishna, you've given me this, I'm offering it back to you. And then you help this person. That's it. Yeah, but you have to be discriminate, and if you're traveling somewhere, carry some prasadam with you, little sweets or snacks or something. Someone asks you, there's something to eat. Like that. But it comes with some practice, some little advancement, some realization how to deal with these situations. Yeah. Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.